Guys, MCU Collector here with the first video of the Venom Wave, the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Venom Wave. Why we're getting a Venom Wave, I think early when it was kind of announced, I was like, what? That makes no sense. But hey, why not? I think it is an awesome wave. The packaging is insane. There's a Venom movie coming, so it all just kind of falls into place and works out. But here we have it, the Eddie Brock Venom. This is a reissue of the Venom figure from the Absorbing Man, except we get some tendril effects over here for the figure, and then we have an unmasked Eddie Brock head that is massively huge because that thing is crazy. Look how big it is. But I actually think it's not as big as when it was first revealed at Toy Fair. So we'll just kind of take a look at it up close here in a minute. But really cool, awesome packaging. I really like it. Really pops. It's just a white box versus the standard black boxes that we've always gotten. As you can see here, black box versus white. Comes out looking great. I love the way it looks. The Venom logo here in the front, and you get the symbiote looking effects and stuff. It's just awesome. Up here at the top, we get that Venom logo, and that's my favorite. Spider-Man logo, because remember, Spider-Man had it first, not Venom. Spider-Man. And then here you can see Build-A-Figure Monster Venom, but really cool. Another thing that Hasbro just knocked it out of the park with and surprised us all, the side artwork. This is actually probably a bad example because it's black and white, but the side artwork is all in color. You can see Carnage, look, red. They did it all in color. How awesome is that? The little bit, the extra little step and effort that Hasbro put into it is just absolutely awesome. And honest, I'm going to be honest with you. I think on this wave, for collectors, everyone will go nuts. But for the standard consumer, you know, kids, parents, whoever, they need something that's really going to pop and stand out when they see it hanging on a peg at the store. This packaging pops. Look at that. Somebody's going to walk by, they're going to take notice, and they're going to say, wow, that looks amazing. I'm going to buy that. I honestly feel that way. So I think Hasbro had to do something like that, and I think it's going to really work out in their favor. So really cool. Look at that artwork. It's just absolutely awesome when you get some color into it. Outstanding. Here we have a look of the promo image of the figure. You can see the Eddie Brock head there, the Venom figure. Here is the Venom Wave, and this is the first figure that we are going to look at because I just do it in order. Why not? Simple. There's the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure, the BAF. We have Venom, Carnage, Poison, Spider-Ham, Scream, and Typhoid Mary. So here we have a look at the bio. It says, Eddie Brock takes vengeance on his skeptics as the all-consuming, spine-chilling symbiote Venom. Really cool. There is the UPC, and without further ado, let's open this up and compare it to the previous Venom figure. All right, guys, here he is, the new Eddie Brock Venom figure out of the package. Solid figure, Hyperion mold. It's the same figure that we've already gotten. It's a little bit glossier, I think, in some parts versus the older one, and mine's kind of old and got some dust on it. I'm just kind of brush that off a little bit. But same figure. Everything about it is the same. Again, it's just, you know, definitely a little bit glossier on the new one versus a little bit more matte on the old one. A couple of things. The heads are different. Obviously, we have the Eddie Brock head. Here we have an open mouth head. The older Absorbing Man wave came with the tongue out. A couple of differences, and then it's got the tendril actions, and we'll look at that closely. And then the older one actually came with fists also, but it also had the open clawed hands kind of thing. So the new one doesn't have the extra hands. Not a big deal. But looking at the new one, the head sculpt, the Venom head sculpt. So one thing on mine, there's a little bit of black there and a little bit of black there. So at first, when I first noticed, I'm like, oh, look at that. That was terrible. They just missed the mark there. But because it's on both sides, I'm going to lean into it and say that that's probably the design of it, because if you look at Venom at some points, kind of maybe that's how it is. I'd have to look and compare it to another one. So it's just odd and crazy that they would be the same black spots on both sides. So I don't think that's a manufacturer error or you know, paint misstep. I could be wrong, though. I want to believe that that's how it's supposed to be. But, man, the chances of both of those being there, who knows? But I could be absolutely wrong, and I'll have to compare it. Maybe I get a chance to take a look at it, the other one that came in the package. But paint comes out pretty good. It looks like it got a little bit of faded and fuzzy right there, but not a big deal. The teeth are a yellow color. It looks good. You got the gums and the tongue all red, so not bad. The Build-A-Figure piece that he comes with is pretty awesome. It's definitely a solid leg. It's not huge or massive or anything like that. But the really cool thing, it's like a purple metallic. So it's not black, and I know it's coming off very dark on the video, but it's actually a kind of a, I don't want to say bright purple, but it is noticeably purple, and you can see it's all like veiny and, you know, like the symbiote liquid covering it. It's just going to come out awesome. And look at the toes. Look at that. You even got some separation between the big toe and the second toe. But it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to build this Build-A-Figure. I think it's going to be great. Looking at the new Eddie Brock figure, I'm not going to go over the whole figure. Everything is the exact same as the other one. There's really nothing to go over, except to talk about this new Eddie Brock head and how gigantic it is. Look at that thing. But I do like the way it looks. You know, the dark eyebrows with the lighter color hair is a little bit weird because, you know, aren't they supposed to be the same color? Maybe not. I'd have to go back through in the comics and really take a look because I really don't remember or don't know. But not bad. The head does not look that big when it's on the huge Hyperion body. I think it's just easy to see. It's very noticeable because it's a black figure, and then you have the light skin tone of the head. So I think that's what really makes it stand out more so. But I do not think the head is all that big. As you can see, like the Venom head itself, you know, it's believable and passable that you know, is the same head just getting covered in the symbiote. And I think that's what this tendril action is supposed to kind of represent. It's supposed to represent the symbiote taking over his head and then getting masked on. So we'll kind of take a look at that. But I think it's good. The eyebrows came out clean. Eyes came out clean. There's it doesn't really look like there's a wash or anything in the hair. It's just kind of a blonde color. But I do like the way it looks. I do. It's got kind of a menacing look. The sculpted details and lines in his forehead and everything on his cheeks, they did a good job with that. So easy, just pops right off, and you can put the Venom head on. Boom. See, and I think that actually looks weird with the tendrils. I don't think... I think that looks funky kind of with those tendrils on the Venom head. I don't like the way that looks. So that's why I really think it's you know, it's just should be on there with Eddie Brock head to show that it's like coming over him or it's coming off of him. And you can see it just ports right in the back because the Hyperion body mold has those two ports. So you have this peg. So you just peg it in there like so. And it is a very soft, pliable rubber material. And you could just kind of fit it over and it has that look. And then just for fun, and I know this is going to work because of the same exact body mold, the head from the old Venom. Unless I just can't do it. It does fit on there. Actually, it fits. It's kind of funky on there, isn't it? Actually, does not look right, does it? It's like not sitting on there right. That's weird. Actually, the holes do look a little bit different in size. It looks a little bit smaller. That's weird. Let's take a look at the older head, this one. Pop that off. Man, why can't I do this today? Ooh, that snapped on there hard. Fits on there, but it actually does look like it sits a little high. Huh. Ooh. Let me see something. Those ball pegs look the same. That's weird. Wonder why the heads aren't fitting as soft as I'd like them to. Let's try the new head on the older body. Fits on there nice, and it doesn't look like it's sitting too high. I don't know. So maybe they fixed that ball peg on the new one. Hard to tell. But, you know, that just fits on there nice and easy. So lots of head swaps, but let's do this out of the package look. This is how I'm going to display him in my collection with the Eddie Brock head, because I still have that Absorbing Man one that'll stay with the Venom head on there. And there you have it. So there is Venom. Solid figure. I think it's definitely one to get if, you know, you really want the Eddie Brock head. If you need to build the figure, you're going to need to get it anyway. But if you have this previous Venom figure, I guess it's not that big of a deal to get the new one. You know what? I'm going to put this one back in my collection with the tongue out. Look, I like that. So if you need a second Venom, if you don't, maybe you could just get the Build-A-Figure piece. But I like it. I think the Eddie Brock head is definitely enough to really warrant buying another Venom figure. But there it is, guys. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you have not already done so. Most of all, thank you for watching.